I'm Bobbi Fisher, and this is my Aesthetically Awkward podcast, a show where we dive into all things aesthetics, health, wellness, entrepreneurship, and everything in between. This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It is not medical advice. Please consult your own healthcare provider before making any decisions in your personal health journey. Now let's get into it. I'm Bobbi Fisher, and this is my Aesthetically Awkward podcast, a show where we dive into all things aesthetics, health, wellness, entrepreneurship, and everything in between. This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It is not medical advice. Please consult your own healthcare provider before making any decisions in your personal health journey. Now let's get into it. By the time you listen to this podcast, I'll be about 2 weeks out from SkinPen microneedling and then roughly a week out from an under eye treatment. We did some advanced growth factor injections under my eyes. So I've got a little bit of bruising under both my eyes and on my cheek, but it's really not bad. If I had some makeup on, you would not be able to tell that I had any procedures done. Today, we are going to chat a little bit about microneedling and how all microneedling is not created equal. I see advertisements for places who are using devices that are not FDA cleared. They're purchased on websites that do not require any sort of a medical license. They require no training. They don't have protocols in place. Super, super sketchy. You're putting your own health and your results and safety at stake when you decide to invest in treatments like that. If you've ever done a consult and you've been told that you need microneedling, do your due diligence and ensure that your provider is using an FDA-cleared device. The device, the training, and the systems behind it all absolutely do matter. We've recently made some shifts in microneedling in our clinic, and I want to talk to you about the why. We've been using Candela Exceed for 4 years, and it's a wonderful device. Candela has been around for over 50 years. They were the first device to receive 2 FDA indications, 1 for acne scars, 2 for periorbital wrinkles. That was back in 2016. We decided to make a switch because there were some changes on the manufacturer's side. So Candela actually sold the Exceed microneedling pen to a different company, which means we lost the brand support directly from the manufacturer where we originally made the purchase. It makes it more difficult to obtain consumables, makes it more difficult to get training and warranty support on our device. And I understand from a business standpoint why Candela made that decision, because they decided to put their focus back on what they originally came to market to do, and that was energy-based devices. Traditional microneedling is not energy-based. From a business perspective on our end, that also meant that we really needed to do some research and decide if the Exceed microneedling still aligned with our vision. We decided to upgrade to the SkinPen Elite. SkinPen is now distributed by Revance. That is the manufacturer and distributor of Daxxify neurotoxin, as well as RHA fillers. We're already using those in our injectable portfolio, so it made sense to explore the SkinPen. All of our providers are getting certified directly through the company. So we've had in-person as well as virtual support available. There's ongoing education and mentorship. That's something that we have not had with our old microneedling device. The actual feel of the device is much different. So we're going from a corded system to a hands-free system. We used to have to use a foot pedal to control the speed, and now it's all touchscreen on the device. So it makes it a little bit easier from the user standpoint. The touchscreen allows for depth control. The system is locked in at a repetition rate or a speed, which means that we deliver consistent results every single time. There's also a really important part with the safety regarding consumables that I love, and you as a patient, I hope appreciate this as well. The SkinPen has a lockout system, so it will not allow you to reuse your consumables. That physically prevents a provider from taking off a tip and saving it to be reused on another patient or at your next visit. I know that sounds absolutely disgusting, but there are people out there doing this. With SkinPen, it cannot happen. They have put a fail-safe in place to prevent people from cutting those corners. I also love that they provide us with kits that include the cartridge. They include a sleeve that the device actually fits in to help prevent blood from getting onto the device. That prevents cross-contamination. Even the needle configuration matters. So our old device only had 6 needles. The SkinPen has 14. That means that we're able to reach our clinical endpoint more efficiently. It's a very quick treatment. And because value matters, I'm really excited that currently SkinPen has a $100 rebate when you buy a series of 3 treatments. In addition to that, Revance is getting ready to launch a new patient rebate portal. So for those of you who have already made the switch to RHA fillers, Daxxify, you're also going to be rewarded for brand loyalty, and you'll start accruing points and brand-specific rebates. That's going to help us create more cohesive treatment plans to help you achieve consistent results year-round. Something else that's worth mentioning with SkinPen is they've invested in research on patients of all skin tones and types. That matters to me, that matters to my providers, and that matters to our patients to make sure that we are using a device that is safe for your skin tone. When you look at everything together, support from the manufacturer, the training available, ergonomics and experience for the provider, as well as the level of comfort for the patient, safety features to prevent providers from cutting corners and potentially reusing consumables, the ability to create better patient value with a portfolio reward system. Our choice wasn't to replace something that didn't work. It was to enhance the experience and the results for our patients. Helps us refine how we're delivering care, and it ensures that we're using the tools that match the level of care that we want to provide you with. Microneedling is an incredible treatment, but the device being used, the level of experience and skill the provider delivering the care, and the aftercare absolutely matters. We send you home with written instructions. We're cooling the skin with a mask post-procedure, and we're sending you home with a 7-day supply of skincare to make sure that you know exactly what to do every single day to protect your skin, to prevent infection, and to help you achieve the results that you deserve, the results that you invested in. That's the standard of care that we follow here at Luxe Lift. If you're interested in microneedling, reach out to the clinic. Book a consult with one of our providers. Let's talk about SkinPen microneedling and see if it's a good fit for your treatment plan.